I think all you need to know is that my Will Grayson lives in the suburbs of Chicago. He's kind of into this girl, Jane, but he doesn't want to talk about her really, because he believes in shutting up and not caring. He believes that like the best way to survive high school is to stay quiet, don't look up too much, don't speak unless you're spoken to, and don't care about anyone or anything. Which, you know, not a terrible worldview, it must be said. And his best friend is this guy named Tiny Cooper, who is fabulous and like 6'8" and 320 pounds, and the best gay high school football player in all of Illinois. So I'm going to read from chapter 3, just a little bit. Ready? Okay. Nothing happens for a week. And I don't mean this figuratively, like there's a shortage of significant events. I mean that no things occur. Total stasis. It's sort of heavenly, to tell you the truth. There's the getting up and the showering and the school and the miracle of Tiny Cooper squeezing into his desk each morning and the plaintive glancing at my Burger King kids meal magic school bus watch during each class and the relief of the 8th period bell and the bus home and the homework and the dinner and the parents and the locking the door and the good music and the Facebook and the reading other people's status updates without writing my own because my policy on shutting up extends to textual communication. And then there's this bed, and then there's the bed and the waking and the shower and the school again. I don't mind it. As lives go, I'll take the quietly desperate over the radically bipolar. And then on Thursday night, I go home and Tiny calls me, and some things start happening. I say hello, and then Tiny, by way of introduction, says, "You should come to the Gay Straight Alliance meeting tomorrow." And I say, "Nothing personal, Tiny, but I don't go in for alliances. Also, you know my policy on extracurricular activities." "No, I don't," Tiny says. "Well, I'm opposed to them," I say. "Just the curricular activities are plenty for me." "Listen, Tiny, I gotta go. My mom's on the other line." I hang up. Mom's not on the other line, but I need to hang up because I can't get talked into anything. But then Tiny calls back, and he says, "Actually, I need you to come because we have to get our membership numbers up. Our school funding is partly decided by meeting attendance." "Why do you need money from the school? You've got your own house." He has his own house. It's like a coach house. If you ever lived in Chicago, really rich people have like a house, but then they got like a coach house just for their kid. And the kid moves into that coach house at like 13. It's very unhealthy, but it happens a lot in Chicago. We can talk about that later too if you want. "Why do you need money from school? You've got your own house." "We need money so that we can stage our production of Tiny Dancer." "Oh my sweet holy God," I say, because Tiny Dancer is this musical written by Tiny, and it's basically Tiny's slightly fictionalized life story, except it is sung, and it is, I mean, I don't use this adjective lightly, but it is the gayest single musical in all of human history, which is really saying something. And by gay, I don't mean that it sucks, I just mean that it's gay. It's actually, as musicals go, quite good. The songs are catchy. "What?" whines Tiny. "I just worry it might be, what did Gary say the other day? Bad for the team," I say. "That's exactly the kind of thing you can say tomorrow," Tiny answers, only a hint of disappointment in his voice. "All right," I say, and hang up. He calls back, but I don't answer, because I'm on Facebook, looking at Tiny's profile, paging through his 1,532 friends, each cuter and trendier than the last. I'm trying to figure out who precisely is in the Gay Straight Alliance, and whether they could develop into a suitably non-annoying group of friends. So far as I can tell, though, it's just Gary and Nick and Jane. I'm squinting at Jane's tiny profile pic, in which she appears to have her arm around some kind of life-size mascot on ice skates. And right then, I get a friend request from her. A couple seconds after I accept it, she IMs me. "Jane, hey, me.